we got the 2025 NFL Pro Bowl. I don't watch the Pro Bowl, but I like to see the review. That's why we're here.
January 2nd. This is Akbar Bajbimilla. There's Peter Schrager. There's Grant. I'm Jamie Erdahl. Very incredible honor that we have this morning to reveal the 2024 Pro Bowl players. Now, we will do the offensive players first.
NBA All-Star on the way, too.
Minutes away, we'll do the defense.
Should be interesting.
We've got AFC and NFC. We're going to go around the clock, pass the ball, and then we're going to unpack it a little bit. So stay right here. The rosters have been determined by the consensus votes of the fans, of the players, and the coaches. Those are three groups. Each group's vote counts as 1/3. So we shall begin. We will start with the signal callers in the AFC. Peter, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jamie. I have great honor in doing this. AFC quarterbacks. First up.
All right, whatever. Of course, he's going to be there. He's there every year.
Josh Allen.
Like, literally, he's there at the Pro Bowl every year. Because the team can't win a Super Bowl. You can't get to it either.
Second quarterback from the AFC.
He's going to choke in the playoffs, like they always do.
Burrow, like
Joe
Josh
Burrow.
Allen.
This dude barely going. This dude not even in the playoffs.
Selection. So who's the third? Is it Mahomes or Lamar?
Yeah,
Who do you
Mahomes.
The third
Or Lamar, or one of them, whatever.
Is Lamar Jackson, two-time MVP, Lamar's fourth Pro Bowl selection. Patrick Mahomes not selected in the top three quarterbacks in the AFC.
That's cheating, bro. Why Joe Burrow there? Their team record's trash.
Allen will be the starter based on the voting results. Has the asterisk.
Dang, Mahomes not a Pro Bowl this year?
Josh Allen, congratulations on
I mean, now that I think about it, it's not crazy. Mahomes, he's playing mid this year. Bro, he just started the second half of the season, bro. This first half of the season was slow for him. He picked it up in the second half. That's why they're not even in the playoffs right now. So it was a toss-up between Mahomes and Joe Burrow. They did a coin flip, and it turned out to be Joe Burrow. What do you?
Peter, look at those names. Those are headline-worthy first-round quarterback names. Things get a little more interesting.
Because if Joe Burrow started out like how he is now, the season, then, yeah, he would have been in the Pro Bowl. His team probably would have been in the playoffs, too. But
NFC.
whatever, man.
NFC quarterback.
It should have been Mahomes over Burrow, in my opinion.
As according to the votes, making his first ever Pro Bowl appearance as a rookie, it is Washington Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels. An incredible
He's a starter
and acceptance of the fans and the coaches and the players for the #2 overall pick to Washington. That's awesome for Jayden Daniels.
Bro, #2 overall picks is the #1 pick. Really, for real.
The Minnesota Vikings is Sam Darnold on his fourth team in the NFL. The story is incredible.
Hey, his first Pro Bowl. Congrats.
For some would argue, at least west of the Mississippi, the best quarterback in the NFC. And rounding out the quarterbacks in the NFC, Jared
Brock
Goff
Purdy.
from the Detroit
yeah, that's right.
Now, on the east side of the Mississippi, they're going to say that's the best quarterback in the NFC.
Dang, Mahomes didn't make a Pro Bowl?
These are your NFC quarterbacks. That is Goff's fourth.
No, Mahomes, bro. It should have been Mahomes. I'm sorry, bro. It should have been Mahomes. No, Burrow. Burrow, he started off slow the first half of the season. Those
names compared to what you're seeing.
And his team not even in the playoffs. Don't count.
Awesome for the rookie and two guys that are not on the teams that they started with. Those three quarterbacks, Kyle, are going to the Pro Bowl from the NFC.
I'm just looking, Jamie, and I'm still looking for Baker Mayfield. I don't see him, but now I'm looking to.
This dude talking about Baker Mayfield, bro. Baker Mayfield, bro. He's talking about Baker Mayfield, but not Mahomes.
AFC running backs. This is non-Saquon edition. Selected to his fifth Pro Bowl. The King, El Rey, Baltimore Raven, Derrick Henry, the #1 of the AFC running backs. He was there last year in Orlando. He'll be there this year in Orlando, of course.
Bryce keeps they stay having it in Orlando.
Next, in his first year, a recurring theme here with the Houston Texans.
Mixon.
Joe Mixon, fantastic year in Houston. It is his second Pro Bowl. He's now made it as a Bengal and a Texan.
Feel like it should have been Kareem Hunt.
In the AFC running backs. From the Indianapolis Colts, Jonathan Taylor. This is his second Pro Bowl appearance. Taylor, the home run hitter. Huge flurry at the end of the season. Not enough for the Colts, but enough for him to be voted into the Pro Bowl. AFC running backs, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, and big number 22 will be your starter, Akbar Bajbimilla.
Well,
Who
Kyle,
already
that's
got the
a
bench, the
list
backups?
for the AFC. Let's now shift over then to the NFC running backs. And of course, this one right here is special because he just hit the 2,000-yard mark, and
All right, Saquon, we knew
he's
that.
being named to his 3rd Pro Bowl from the
Man's having the most fun of his
Philadelphia
career. He had to just leave the
Saquon
Giants.
Barkley. What an amazing year. And of course, we have to get to the next one. From the Detroit Lions, making his 2nd Pro Bowl.
Sonic and
the most
Knuckles!
Prolific offense this year, Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs. And next, in his 1st season with the Green Bay Packers, making his 3rd Pro Bowl.
The Packers are good?
Josh Jacobs.
They made the playoffs?
Jacobs having an outstanding year. Those are your running backs right there. Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Josh Jacobs. And guess what? Saquon Barkley will be your starter.
That's from the NFC side of things.
Wide
We
receivers.
love the run game list. Let's move on to the wide receivers. We're going to start
D-Hop, Worthy?
in the AFC. I take you to who could become the 5th ever wide receiver to win the Triple
Jamar.
Threat. That is Jamar Chase, making his 4th Pro Bowl from the Cincinnati Bengals. The only veteran Pro Bowler from the AFC wide receiver group. That's a little tease.
She called you old! Dang, Jamar getting old.
At the Pro Bowl. That's Nico Collins.
Yeah, Nico Collins. He deserved Nico
Of
Collins.
course, he is
Yeah.
a reliable source for offense for CJ Stroud and this Texans offense as they move forward. Congratulations to Nico Collins. And then another first-timer, Zay Flowers with a smile that could light up a scoreboard. 14 siblings.
And you caused your game. You caused the team the AFC Championship game though last year. You fumbled the ball and taunted.
Zay Flowers in his 2nd year.
You taunted the dude and you fumbled the ball in the end zone.
Todd Monken and the rest of that offense. Yet another first-timer, this time from the Cleveland Browns. You've heard his name a lot. Jerry Jeudy making it to the Pro Bowl. Jamar Chase and 3 first-timers. Those are your AFC wide receivers.
Oh, he used to play for the Broncos.
Zay Flowers and Jerry Jeudy. Chase and Jeudy
Are the starters
for the Pro Bowl. Congratulations, guys. Peter?
How cool is that? Let's go to the NFC. We're going to start in Minnesota, where for the
Of course.
4th time
Of
in
course.
his career, he'll be going to the Pro Bowl. No surprise here. This guy's on his way to a Hall of Fame career. It's Justin Jefferson of the Minnesota Vikings. Next up, well, we won't see him anymore this season, but we're hoping he's back for the Pro Bowl games. He wears number 88 for the Dallas Cowboys, and he'll be making his 4th Pro Bowl as well. Same draft class. Mr. C.D. Lamb is a Pro Bowler.
I said CD, not Siri.
From the Washington Commanders, going to the Pro Bowl, Mr. Scary Terry himself, Terry McLaurin.
Terry said, okay.
Pro Bowl games. And last but not least, his 3rd Pro Bowl. He's going to the playoffs, and he is one of the best
they got the wide receivers down. Okay, it's the QBs.
Brown. Here are your 4 NFC wide receivers. Your 2 starters will be first-rounders from the same draft class. I'm sorry, the 2 starters will be 2 guys in the NFC North who will be squaring off this weekend.
How about that?
Justin Jefferson and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Congratulations to these 4 awesome NFL superstars.
I like that group, Peter. I like the tight ends. In fact, I'm going to give you
Kelsey
4
on
right
there?
now. 2 tight ends per conference.
Is Kelsey on there?
Representing
Or
the Super
Watson?
Bowl.
Or Gray?
And the first one has never been to a Pro Bowl because the first one has never played an NFL season before this year. Guys,
Bowser?
Right out of the gates.
Brock Bowers. Right, let's not even waste any time.
He said Bowser. I told you it's Bowser.
From the Las Vegas Raiders, Brock Bowers, the rookie, the record-breaking rookie. Whatever he does in the Pro Bowl, he'll probably have 70 catches in the flag football game. That's all he does. Brock Bowers, welcome to the NFL. Welcome to the Pro Bowl. From a guy making his first to a guy making his 10th.
10? Travis?
Best to ever do it.
Yeah, Travis! He made
Of the
it!
Kansas City Chiefs, who also is the leading vote getter of
He only gets 3 touches a game, 3 targets a game.
player in any position. That'll be in a documentary someday. It's an incredible thing. Kelsey, Pro Bowl number 10. Peter, will he be playing in that Pro Bowl?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. See, how does Travis Melky, but Mahomes don't? That don't make no sense. Who you think gets Kelsey the ball?
Kelsey being his 10th, and the number 1 guy is in his first.
It's not like he's getting big rack yards either.
FC, though.
That's crazy. This tells you right here, Mahomes should have made it.
It's Kittle. Kittle's back. His 6th Pro Bowl. An institution in a year that was very difficult for the 49ers.
Bro, they have a trash record. They didn't even make the playoffs. They made it to the Super Bowl last year. They didn't even make the playoffs.
Dominate, have something
The GM is raging. That's all them GM raging, bro.
First timer. We love this guy. Trey McBride.
Should've put Pacheco in there.
He's got a touchdown now. He's got a Pro Bowl bid now. Trey McBride, we love him.
Who?
I drafted him in fantasy.
Bro, all these teams that didn't make the damn playoffs making the Pro Bowl?
Absolutely incredible.
Finally got that touchdown this
He
season.
did, but always a lot of yards before that. There are your tight ends. Brock Bowers, Travis Kelce in the AFC, and George Kittle and Trey McBride of the Cardinals in the NFC. Kittle and Bowers, your starters.
Tight end university is getting very full with stars. That's cool. Let's go to the offensive line. And
O-line. Chris Jones. Oh, no, the D-line. Creed and Trey, that's the cheater right there. Trey Smith be the cheating one. He be lining up early, and the rest don't see it. The rest don't see it. They fall for it every time. They catch him every once in a while, but most of the time they don't catch him.
Smith, Creed Humphrey,
And Joe Thuney.
Tyler Linderbaum makes it. Deion Dawkins, his 4th Pro Bowl.
Yep.
Laramie Tunzel is on the
He
list.
said no one cares about this. They ain't even show it. They just showed it all at once. Open the whole pack. They just opened the whole pack. But the wide receivers and QBs and run, they showed it one by one.
AFC, congratulations to all these deserving gentlemen.
This is a beautiful image here. I love this graphic, so much so that I have one from the National Football Conference, too. You want to see the offensive line and fullback from the NFC going to the Pro Bowl?
Okay.
You know you do. Big old Landon Dickerson from the Eagles. Tyler Smith, Cowboys. Chris Lindstrom, from the Falcons. Frank Ragnow, Cam Jurgens. Big Lane Johnson. That's 3 Eagles, guys.
They got 3. Dang. We got 3. I mean, 3 Chiefs too.
Tristan Wirfs, and then if Juszczyk's not there, it is not a Pro Bowl. That is number 9.
That's so cool.
For the NFC fullback. They cannot have the event without Juszczyk. That's how I spelled out his name. Jamie,
Juszczyk. Juicy check.
You're talking about fullbacks. Juszczyk and Ricard just got that treatment. There they are. It's the Pro Bowl rosters from the offensive side of the ball. We'll have the defense in just a couple minutes on GMFB. But first, let's take a minute and just recognize, Peter, some of those guys that jump out to you.
I know what I think is cool. We spent a lot of time on this.
Mahomes didn't make it, bro.
Mahomes
didn't make it. That's crazy. Mahomes didn't make it. Not like he's going to play in it anyway. He's going to win this damn Super Bowl. What did he do? 3-peat. Should have made it. All these close games. You think helped him win these close games. It's not just the defense. It was Mahomes, too. With his legs, with his throwing, helping Harrison Butker get in the field goal range.
He gives all he has, and then he goes away somewhere, doesn't show up. Maybe he's injured, maybe he's quote-unquote injured. There are ways. He wasn't there.
I know the glaze is crazy, but sometimes glaze is necessary, y'all. Sometimes glaze is necessary. And this right here, the glaze is necessary.
I would love to see him there. But again,
and just to be everyone thinks yard wide.
Where's Mahomes, bro? Where's my? They ain't talking about Mahomes.
Of course, Jason Kelce retires, leaves
the team with the best record in the NFL. What did he do?
Like, who's going to step in? And the fact that Cam Jurgens is being honored this way, getting the pro in 20 season.
Okay.
Doing this in his.
Or now go to defense.
We got a buzz right now on a Thursday morning, and it's because of that. Last segment, we revealed the offensive Pro Bowlers from both the NFC and the AFC, all across, quarterback, offensive line. Peter, remind us, who are the 3 AFC Pro Bowl quarterbacks?
3 AFC Pro Bowl quarterbacks are Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. No Patrick Mahomes.
Not at all. Remember, this is fan vote, coach vote, player vote, all combined. Now it's time to reveal the defense. Let's go. Let's start with the outside linebackers. These are edge rushers from the AFC. This is awesome. First time
Batonio?
from Denver.
Who?
Nick Bonito. Guy
Batonio.
plays all year long on a team that is in position to go to the Super Bowl, or rather to the playoffs, maybe the Super Bowl, largely because of their defense. Nick Bonito, Peter, first Pro Bowl selection. Love to see it, and I love this dynamic. First for Bonito, 9th for this guy. Khalil Mack.
What's up,
Khalil Mack.
LA Chargers. This is a guy, defensive player of the year as a Raider, some great years at Chicago, and now going to
I forgot he played for the Raiders and the Bears. Dang, and the Chargers. I forgot all the teams he played for.
Here we go. And the Pittsburgh Steelers making it 7.
TJ, okay.
TJ Watt. The only player
He just played against them on Christmas, and we beat him. What did he do? Mahomes sliced and diced him.
In my residence. I love TJ Watt. My family does, and so do everybody voting. So here we go, guys. Outside linebackers, call them edge rushers. Bonito and Watt will start with Mack from the Chargers coming off the bench, if you will. Jamie, What else you got for us?
Let's take you to the same position group, but the NFC side of things. I like that we've been assigned these various groups because now I feel like I'm taking ownership of the names that I myself have revealed for the Pro Bowl games, and you're going to understand why I say that right now.
Huh? What'd she say?
2 Minnesota Vikings who are making their first appearances on the Pro Bowl roster. Starting first with Jonathan Grenard in from Houston.
What's that dude on the Minnesota Vikings, like Greenway? Tress Greenway or something like that?
Is Jonathan Grenard playing lights out?
Speaking of green, I see green.
With the beautiful glowing locks, pick six, fastest guy you can see coming out of that backfield. Andrew Van Ginkel making his first Pro Bowl appearance. How is that possible when you have a
a fire name?
Awesome guys with this
That's a fire name, Andrew Van Ginkel.
Pro Bowl selections in Grenard and Van Ginkel. And then there's just a straight up first timer in the
Jared Versace.
Jared Verse from
Jared
the LA
Versace.
Rams. He is rounding out the NFC side of things for the linebackers. An awesome story for Verse coming out of Florida State. His first selection alongside 2 veteran guys, but on new teams.
All-time first selection. Good. Congrats.
NFC outside linebackers.
Should have been Mahomes.
Beautiful group. Look at that. Is nasty right there, Peter.
All right, let's go to the corners. Jamie, you just gave the linebackers.
McDuffie!
This is a very controversial position.
McDuffie!
Proud players in the league. Who made the Pro Bowl? Who got the votes? Start off with a friend of the show and a guy who's been around for
Chris Jones. Yeah, this is blazing, bro. No Chris Jones. They got something against the Chiefs. They got something against the Chiefs. There's love Travis Kelce because you know why. Do it for Tay-Tay. But no Chris Jones. Mo Mahomes. That's criminal. No Karlaftis. That's criminal.
4th Pro Bowl and maybe had his best season as a Baltimore Raven. Marlon Humphrey's in, guys.
Come on now.
Marlon Humphrey. Awesome season for Humphrey. Of course, had the big.
That's criminal, bro. No Mahomes. No Chris Jones. McDuffie better be on here.
Next up, Houston Texans. A top 5 selection from a couple of years ago. An absolute shutdown corner. First Pro Bowl for Derek Stingley Jr. Next,
McDuffie.
For the 3rd time.
McDuffie.
A guy who's being talked about as a potential Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL. That is Pat Surtain II. Pat Surtain had his best season as a pro. And last but not least, his 4th time making it. From a Cleveland Browns team that did not have a lot of positive moments this year, this guy did.
McDuffie
makes it. Congratulations, Denzel Ward. I'll tell you, my favorite defensive back in football, Trent McDuffie, not voted in. So now Mahomes and McDuffie, both Chiefs, not making it, while these guys are all deserving to go. Marlon Humphrey, Derek Stingley Jr., Pat Surtain II, and of course, making his 4th time as a Pro Bowler, Denzel Ward.
They're cheating, bro. They just want Tate, bro. They want Tate there. That's why they. Bro, it's clear as day. It's clear as day. No Chris Jones, no Mahomes, no McDuffie, but Travis Kelce.
Congratulations to those men.
It's clear as day. It's clear as day.
Great list for the AFC. Now let's get to the dogs on the NFC side. So let's hit the corners right now from the Carolina Panthers. Making his first ever Pro Bowl is Mr. J.C. Horn.
Bro, the Panthers even got someone from the.
Is a dog, a player.
I mean, the Panthers, they not terrible. It wasn't that bad last year, bro.
I know they didn't have a good record, but this is a dude that definitely stood out. Next.
Bro, that year was like 0-16 had someone make the Pro Bowl.
Windy City, this is his
You're not good enough. You can't help your team win.
Selection from the Chicago Bears, Mr. Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, another outstanding cornerback. And up next, from that stingy Vikings defense, yes, making his first appearance, give him some love because Byron Murphy.
Dang, Vikings got a whole bunch of Pro Bowlers. Damn.
And finally, from the Seattle Seahawks, making his 2nd appearance in the Pro Bowl, Mr. Devin Witherspoon. So those guys right there are your corners representing the NFC. J.C. Horn, Jalen Johnson, Byron Murphy, and of course, Devin Witherspoon, Jalen Johnson, and Byron Murphy. Those guys, they'll be your starters.
Oh. All right. It's cool to see a Bear and a Panther up there. Sometimes
D
the system
lineman.
doesn't go what you like, but you get after it individually, you get some
It's
recognition.
AFC, right?
Defensive linemen, guys. These are guys that get after the quarterback, pure and simple, the true defensive end passer.
Oh, here you go, Chris Jones right here.
AFC, his 4th Pro Bowl team.
Chris Jones.
Institution from the Las Vegas Raiders.
All right. Oh, okay.
That's M-A-X-X. I mentioned it. Peter did as well. Sometimes the season doesn't go as you want. You still play ball. You still get recognized. Crosby is going to the Pro Bowl again. Cleveland, you know this guy's
Myles Garrett, yeah.
6th Pro Bowl for Myles Garrett. Myles
Where's
Garrett
Chris Jones?
right now is your NFL sack leader.
Who he
tied
is?
With one other player also in the AFC. And what do you know? Also voted into the Pro Bowl. AFC North, Trey Hendrickson, a no BS guy. He doesn't say much. He doesn't wear gloves.
He doesn't wear gloves. Yeah, he different. All right.
Big game coming up from Hendrickson as we go into the final week, but none of that matters in this context.
No.
We are going to the Pro Bowl.
Where's Chris Jones?
Garrett, Hendrickson.
They just want Travis. See, look,
right there.
that's clear as day. They just want Tay there, bro.
On the NFC side,
They just want
I see you
Tay.
at Crosby, Garrett, and Hendrickson, and I take you to San Francisco, making his 5th Pro Bowl, an absolute menace coming at quarterbacks. It's Nick Bosa. This Nick Bosa is a nightmare. 5-time Pro Bowler. You see him later in January. This is tremendous. He is awesome. And again, despite the 49ers not having...
You don't see him later in January. They see him make the playoffs. What you talking about?
Next, we take you to Green Bay. His first Pro Bowl, the Michigan man, Rashawn.
Yo, how are the Packers good?
Awesome in this Packers
Hey, they even made the play. How are they good? The Packers made the playoffs?
Surging as the season
Again?
went on in this position group.
Dang, Aaron Rodgers not looking good for you, Aaron Rodgers. You trashing on New York. You trash with the Jets, and then you leave the Packers. All of a sudden, they make the playoffs again. What did you do?
Can't have an NFC.
Remember last season, Aaron Rodgers last season with the Packers and make the playoffs.
Micah Parsons. Without Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys, a 4-time Pro Bowler now.
Yeah, bro, he shouldn't be. Bro, he shouldn't be. All due respect, Mike, you shouldn't be no Pro Bowler, bro. But the statement's like, hey, you take away the scoreboard, we actually won the game. Yeah, he said it. He said something like that. If you take away the scoreboard, we won the game.
Pro Bowl games.
Delusion at its finest right here, bro. Delusion at its finest.
Who's scarier, the NFC or the AFC side of things? I think because I'm saying Nick Bosa, Rashawn Gary, Micah Parsons, Peter, that's who I will take. Those are your starters for the NFC Pro Bowl at the defensive end spot.
All right, I like that.
The future is won by those who fight for it. We are Marines. We were made for this.
I need to get me a new phone.
You need to trade in that busted up phone. You get you a brand.
All right.
The C-gap guys, the edge rushers. But let's get into the interior, the guys who are controlling the A-gap and the B-gap. Let's get to the men in the middle. And
That's Chris Jones.
The run stuffers from the interior linemen. We'll start with the AFC making his 7th Pro Bowl from
Chris Jones.
Pittsburgh Steelers. None other than Cam Hayward. This dude is killing it in the middle. All right. And next from the Kansas City Chiefs, this is now the 6th selection.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at obvious, bro.
We talk about this.
Hey, not so obvious anymore. Okay.
Chris Jones, his ability to be disruptive.
Okay.
Up front,
Okay, K. Now it's not so obvious anymore. I thought he just wanted Tay. That's why they picked Travis.
Baltimore Ravens making his 2nd Pro Bowl. The Ravens, Nnamdi Madubuike. He is right now wreaking havoc for that team. And I tell you right now, that defense is a different defense without Nnamdi. So, recapping the AFC interior defensive linemen, Cam Hayward, Chris Jones, and of course, Nnamdi Madubuike, and Cam Hayward and Chris Jones, those guys, they'll be your starters.
All right, we are there with the AFC. How about the NFC? Let's go to the NFC where we start in Philadelphia. We're making his first Pro Bowl selection in his 2nd season. Former Georgia Bulldog.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter is going to be a Pro Bowler for the first time in his career. Dominant force up front. And going along with him, right up I-95, will be one of the few bright spots for the New York
Giants.
Sexy Dexy. Dexter Lawrence will make his 3rd Pro Bowl team despite being injured earlier in the season. And then finally, we talk about him on the show a lot. He can run the ball. He can go into coverage. He can block as a fullback. His skill is just dominating the interior for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, making his 2nd Pro Bowl. Vita Vea. Here are your big men from the NFC. I would not want to be a running back going up against these guys in an NFL game. Jalen Carter, Dexter Lawrence, and Vita Vea. Congratulations to those 3 young, talented superstars.
Absolutely, Peter. Let's take you to the AFC side of things in the middle linebacker spot. Look at this crew of defensive and special teamers from the AFC. Across the screen, we see a lot of friends of the show.
Where's what's the dude now? I forgot his damn name.
Congratulations.
Dang it! Buckner. Where's Buckner at?
Franklin. Roquan.
Where's Buckner?
Minka Fitzpatrick. Kyle Hamilton starting at strong safety. Derwin James.
Where's Buckner? He only missed one field goal all season long.
Logan Cook, Chris Boswell having himself a year. And did he catch it? Did he? Marvin Mims Jr. as your kick returner. Brendan Schooler. And then, of course, Ross Matisick from the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's your AFC defensive and special teams, Kyle.
There's more pictures on that than the game day morning
Hey.
pictures.
Bro, where's Harrison Buckner, man?
I love it. Rounding out the team of the NFC. Here you go, guys. I love this all the way on the left. Another Eagle, Zach Bond, making his first Pro Bowl. Fred Warner, perennial. Xavier McKinney from the Packers. Buda Baker, perennial. Brian Branch from that Lions defense. You'd love to see it. It's interesting. The Lions offense is so good, and yet there's their punter right there in the middle. Jack Fox. Moving over to the place kicker, Brandon Aubrey. You know him, just kicking nukes for Dallas. My personal favorite Dallas Cowboy, Cavante Turpin. I love Cavante Turpin as a kick returner.
He and Vita Vea will be together again.
Yes! Reunited, Peter.
That's it.
And then you get this one, like, kind of stock special teamer. There's nothing stock about Kadero Hodge, who's amazing. And then, of course, the legend, the long snapper for the Minnesota Vikings, Andrew DePaula. That's a great crew right there.
Rutgers own, absolutely. That is your defensive side of the ball, and of course the special teamers as well for the 2024 Pro Bowl, guys. Pick somebody, pick anybody, a team, a position. Peter, what stood out to you?
Okay. I'm just waiting for Jokic and Luka to get link up together at All-Star Weekend again. You know, it's always a fun time when them two link up. But Mahomes should have made it. McDuffie should have made it. Who else should have made it? Pacheco should have made it. You know, he played like 5 games, still should have made it. Hunt should have made it. Who else should have made it? Yeah. Mahomes should have made it over Burrow. McDuffie should have been on there. The defense is top tier, or at least top 5. Now it's crazy how McDuffie's only gonna get one defensive player to make the team. What did he do? And Mahomes, he helps the team with the clutch. He helps Harrison Butler get in the field goal range. This is ridiculous. Joe Burrow only played one complete half of the season. Mahomes played both complete halves. That's why this team has the best record in the NFL, and you don't get selected. That's crazy. That's crazy. But all that aside, everything I said aside, everyone on this list, everyone who made it deserves to make it. Congrats, especially for the first timers. I feel like Mahomes should have been on there.